Year's reset. Hello, good morning. I want to make something clear, ladies. In 2026, we should be generating income, okay? When you get on these apps, we need to be building our business, okay? The days of doing stuff for free is over. We're leaving that in 2025, okay? In 2026, we're taking a new path. Every time we post pictures, every time we go live, every time we do whatever on these apps, we should be generating income. And if we're not doing that, we have a serious problem that we have to fix today. We got to fix it today. All right. I also want you ladies to understand this. Good morning. You should be making money in your sleep. Good morning. Thank you, Chanel. You should be making money in your sleep. I'm manifesting a life for you where you wake up and you're already sitting in deposits, okay? Every minute cannot be exchanged for time, all right? But if you're not doing that, if your products aren't selling, we have a problem. Good morning, and we have to fix it today. Something else I want you ladies to understand is this: you only need one digital product in your store. See, a lot of you guys are getting hung up on your online business because you think you need about 50 products in your store. No, you don't. You only need one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How the hell do I know that? Because my digital product business changed mine, okay? When I started during COVID, good morning, I lost 100 pounds. And I took that knowledge that I learned on my weight loss journey, how to eat right, how to exercise, and I put it in an ebook. And started selling it to other people who also wanted to lose weight. And I sold it on repeat on YouTube, okay? So listen to me. There is something that you should be monetizing. There's something that you already know how to do, and that's what you should be selling. But you want to know why you're not doing it? Good morning. Let me tell you why you're not doing it. You're not doing it because you live in fear. You live in fear. On my live, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You're running away from your brilliant ideas. Why? Because you're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of people talking about you. You're so fearful of people laughing at you. You're so fearful of failure. And all of these fears that you have is the exact reason why you're stuck. You continuously let fear steal your dreams from you year after year after year. But it's 2026. This is the 2026 reset. So we're gonna let go of fear today so that we can finally build the dream that we have been dreaming about, okay? Where you're running your business, you're being confident, you're living life on your terms, you're doing what you want. You're building generational wealth. You're living in your purpose. You're confident, you're setting boundaries. You respect yourself, you love yourself. That version of her, that's what we're building. That's what we're building, okay? And listen, that version is already inside of you. She's just buried under the fear and the procrastination and the excuses. So we're gonna unleash her, okay? Now what I wanna know is, good morning, who on this live is fed up of their own BS? They are tired of starting and stopping. They are tired of giving up on themselves. They are tired of making promises to themselves that they don't keep. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. I want to know who I'm talking to this morning. I also want to know who on this live is fed up of living paycheck to paycheck. They've been there, they've done that, and they're ready for something new. They're ready to go on that vacation. They're ready to pay off some debt. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. And I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what the heck a digital product is. If you don't know, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you, okay? I'm going to teach you. And for those of y'all who have never seen my face before, good morning and happy Saturday. It is 2026, the year of alignment. This is the year that you said you were going to change. This is the year that you said you were going to reach your goals. So let's go ahead and hold ourselves accountable. I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of information on this live. Your head is going to be spinning, okay? Just spinning. It would be in your best interest to take notes. It'd be in your best interest to write it down. Because if I know anything about you, you're human. You're going to forget. Because life and stress stresses. But if you write this shit down, ladies, anything that I do say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done, okay? Now let me tell you guys about TikTok and YouTube. The more we interact with this live, the more you guys double tap, share, and comment, the more the algorithm will push it to more people. Believe it or not, there are a lot of women who are tired of their own BS. They are tired of starting and stopping. They're tired of giving up on themselves too. They are tired of lacking confidence, and they want to build their dream business as well, okay? So just like this live found you, let's go ahead and get this live to find other people by double tapping the screen. Let's go, let's go. So start double tapping. Also, you guys, make sure you follow me if you have not already. They do steal my videos. Yes, they do. They steal my videos and they make fake accounts, and then they're gonna turn around and message you. So do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled. Make sure you follow me so you don't lose me, okay? Also, before we get started, one more thing. This is the key word of the live. This says execution. Let me turn the mirror off. This says execution. Curvy said, I'm tired of my own BS. All right, let's go, Curvy. It's 2026. It's the year of alignment, okay? We making changes. Amen, amen. This word says execution, ladies, and this is going to be the key word of the live, okay? Why? Because you like to write stuff down and do nothing with it. You like to talk about somebody shoulda, woulda, couldas. You like to have pity parties. You like to complain and vent, but you never execute. So in 2026, we are executing. So what I'm teaching you on this live, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to write it down, and then you're going to do it, okay? That's the only way things get done, all right? Okay, execution is the key word of this live. Let's go ahead and get started. What the hell is a digital product, and how will we build our business? A digital product is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix, think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it. Good morning. It's all out in the cloud somewhere, okay? You are going to create something to sell. And it can be anything. Please do not overthink, ladies. A lot of y'all love to do that, okay? There's something you already know how to do. And whatever it is, that's what you will monetize. I told you guys when I first started 6 years ago, I lost 100 pounds. That's a whole person, okay? I learned how to eat right. I learned how to exercise, and I fixed my mindset. So I took all of that information that I learned on my weight loss journey, I turned it into an ebook and started selling it to other people, okay? And you don't have to do an ebook. Maybe you want to do an e-course, a private community. Maybe you want to do affirmation journals and workbooks, whatever you want to do. Maybe you're a really good parent. You can make an ebook teaching other women how to parent properly, okay? So there's so many things that you could be selling. But again, that fear is keeping you trapped, but no more. Those days are over, okay? Now I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps, 2. And these apps will change your entire life if you use them, meaning you gotta execute, okay? If you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching the ladies how to glow up. We're building our online business, but most importantly, we're building ourselves. We are building our confidence. We are building our discipline. We are building our self-respect. We're building our boundaries. We're building our dream life. We're building our purpose. There's things that you got going on in this pretty head of yours, ladies, that is keeping you trapped. The limiting beliefs, the concerns of what other people think. It's keeping you trapped. We got to change that, ladies. We got to fix it, okay? And let me remind you of this. If you even thought the thought, meaning the idea even came into your head, that's because you can. I believe all ideas that we get come from God. Why would God give you an idea that you couldn't fulfill? Why would he plant seeds in environments that can't harvest them? He doesn't do that. So if you even had the idea of starting a business, of being a content creator, of selling your products, traveling the world, losing weight, I don't care what the idea is. If it even came into your head, that's because you can. But you love to get in your own way. But today, we're changing all of that. I have the power to create the life I want. I have the power to create the life I want. Don't you ever forget it. All right, y'all, let's go. App number 1, make sure you guys write this down. Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Good morning. App number 1, Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Thank you for following me. Canva, Canva, Canva. Write it down, ladies. Write it down. You will be using this app for everything. Everything. Okay, so maybe you want to create content, but you want to put your logo on your reels, your Instagram reels, TikTok videos, whatever. Canva guys, thousands of templates for you. You can add the fancy letters, all of the things. Canva. Maybe you're going to start that YouTube channel that I tell you to start every morning. Maybe today you're going to listen. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnails, and it's easy to use, ladies. It's drag and drop. I have the power to create the life I want. Amen to that. Don't you ever forget it. And maybe you want to sell an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to make and sell. You want to sell your ebook? Canva has thousands of templates on there to make everything look professional, branded, all of the things, okay? Now, before we even get into app number 2, I want to say something to the woman on here who is living in fear. And she's saying things like, Jazz, I want to start an online business, but I'm not tech savvy. What if it's too late for me? I'm too old for this. Okay. Let me say something to you real quick before you run away. You woke up this morning. That's a blessing. And unfortunately, not everybody gets blessed to wake up every morning, right? Okay. Every day that you wake up is another day that you are blessed with to work towards your goals, which means you have another opportunity to do that. So until you are 6 feet under, it is never too late to start your online business. Number 2, you are very tech savvy because you use technology every day. Don't sit up on my live and tell no tales. Nope, take those lies somewhere else. You are on your phone from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, true or false. You are on these apps, scrolling through, liking, commenting, archiving, sharing. That takes tech savviness. So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have, that you use all day long, and you will build your online business. And for those of you guys who think you're too old, what did I just tell you a few minutes ago? We are going to monetize our knowledge. So for those of you guys who are older, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom, which means you have a lot of things that you could be selling. Okay? All right, listen, on this live, we don't make excuses. Take them excuses somewhere else. You can do this. Don't you ever forget it. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business from scratch. We are creating the ebook, and then we're going to learn how to sell it. App number 2, write this down. This is AI. Good morning. Chat GPT. Yes, just do it. Just do it. Stop making excuses. You are getting in your own way. This is app number 2. Write it down. Remember, the key word of this live is execution. So not only are we going to write it down, but we're going to do it. Okay? Chat. This is AI. And you will be using it for everything. Good morning. You came to the right place. Everything you need, chat has you covered. So maybe you want to create content, but you're just not sure what kind of videos to make. Ask chat, he'll tell you. Maybe you want to start your YouTube channel. You want to start creating YouTube videos, but you're a little camera shy. You don't know what to say in the videos. Okay, cool. Chat will script the entire video for you. Now all you gotta do is say the words, good morning. This is life on easy mode, ladies. This is how we get it done, okay? And maybe you do want to sell an ebook, an e-course, whatever, but you just don't know what to put in it. What if I told you that chat will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds? Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business from scratch. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So I gave you Canva and I gave you chat. We're gonna put it together and write the ebook. If you're ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you are not taking notes, you are doing yourself a disservice because remember, we're gonna execute. How can we execute if we don't even know what we're doing? How can we do it? Go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Let me know that you're here. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. Happy Saturday. It is 2026, the year of alignment. My name is Coach Jazz, and we are building our dream life, okay? So if you're tired of If you're tired of your own BS, you're tired of starting, stopping, talking about what you can't do, feeling sorry for yourself, crying all the time, allowing people to disrespect you and you disrespecting yourself, we're changing all of that today. Okay? Very good. Let's do an affirmation real quick, and we're getting right into prompt number 1. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. How can I show love to myself, Jazz? By keeping the promises that you make to yourself. Because when you keep the promises that you make to yourself, you're showing yourself that you're worthy. The reason why you don't feel like you're worthy of success is because you never follow through with what you say you're going to do. Show love to yourself by drinking water, by moving your body, by exercising, eating right, prioritizing your sleep. Ladies, are you even getting 8 hours of sleep? No, because half of y'all want to scroll on social. That's the problem. That's the problem, okay? All right, let's get started. You're going to open up chat. In the search, you're going to type this down, write it down. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Y'all best get to writing. Let's go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you got that, put got that in the chat. Good morning. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths don't get fed. And don't you dare wait 10 minutes later and be like, Jazz, what is prompt number 1? Because I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to ignore you because you're hard-headed. Because you could have had it repeated now, but you chose not to. And that's fine. But that just tells me you don't really care. So since you don't care, why the hell should I? Make it make sense. Let's go. I need to know you got that. Put got that in the chat. We will not move forward until I see somebody tell me they got that. I am strong, capable, and resilient. Good morning. Good morning. I am strong, capable, and resilient. I am strong, capable, and resilient. Thank you, user. Everybody got that. Let's go, ladies. The more we interact with this live, the more TikTok will push this live to more women who are tired of their own BS. They was ready to quit their job last year. They was ready, got their things already packed. But they waiting on this live. Yes, grab the pen and paper. Let's go. Let's go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Okay. All right, cool. That was prompt number 1. You're going to hit enter. Now, before we move forward, thank you. Before we move forward, write this word down. This says consistent. Write it down, ladies, because we're going to lock in to what this word means. Write it down. Then I need you to underline it. And then I need you to circle it 50 times. In 2026, we are going to really be consistent because a lot of y'all are not. Nope, you think you are, but you're not. But that's because you're confused as to what this word means. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of you guys think consistent means once in a while, when you feel like it, if you get to it. Now, consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, I need you to be working on your business, your goals, your weight loss, whatever the thing is, at least 4 out of the 7 days. No ifs, ands, or buts. Ladies, we got to get real with ourselves. The only way to get something that you want is to be consistent. In order for you to get that paycheck that you want every 2 weeks, don't you have to consistently go to work? Don't you go to work more often than not? Oh. Business is no different. If you want to build a 6-figure business, fine, go for it. Of course you can. But you're going to have to be consistent. You don't have a choice. So, more often than not, that is mandatory. Now, let's make consistency easy because life is already hard. Okay, so let's make it easy this time. It is so much easier for you to be consistent. When you choose something that ChatGPT gave you that you actually like, I can't make this up. This is how we walk in our purpose. Ladies, go through the list and look for ideas that you truly have a passion for, things that you would love to talk about. If it gave you 10 things, you don't like none of the 10 things it gave you, fine, ask for 10 more. Keep asking until it gives you something you want to use. Because when things are fun, when you enjoy what you're doing, you're more likely to do it because it doesn't feel like work. See, when things feel like work, you get irritated, you get annoyed, and you give up on it. So stop doing that. Let's try something different. Choose something that you actually have a passion for. So now you have something to look forward to consistently. When you do what you love, you have this new energy in you. And it radiates out you, okay? You carry yourself differently. You're truly happy because you get to do what you love to do. And that's what I want for you. So do yourself a favor and pick something that you love. I love motivating women on how to become their highest version. I love it. And because I love it, it's easy for me to be consistent. I could do this all day because I truly love it. So please, ladies, just choose something that you love, okay? Now, write this down. This is key. This is critical. Write this down. Money flows where energy goes. I'm going to say that again. In 2026, we're going to get this right. Money flows where energy goes. Ladies, I used to be guilty of this too. We have a terrible habit, toxic habit of giving all of our energy away. You're giving all your energy to your spouse, your boyfriend, your sneaky link. You're giving all of your energy to your kids. You're giving all of your energy to your parents. You're giving all of your energy to your friends. You're giving all of your energy to your job. You're giving all of your energy to celebrity gossip. And by the time you sit down to work on something for yourself, you can't because you ain't got no energy left because you gave it all away. You gave it all away to any and everybody. We're going to reel that on in. I need you to start keeping energy for yourself. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your goals. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to put yourself first for once. It does not make you a bad daughter because you want to focus on you. I need you to stop telling everybody yes. In 2026, the answer is no. No, 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 no. This is for my people pleasers. The answer is no. No, I cannot give you a ride to work. That is time I could be using for my business. No, I cannot loan you no money. That is money I could be using towards my goals. No, I'm not going to sit on this phone with you and talk to you about your problems. That's time I could be giving to myself. The answer is no. And it's a complete sentence. You don't need to explain anything. No. It rolls right off the tongue. So I need you to start handing out more no's than yeses. And don't feel bad about it. We're focusing on you in 2026. Money flows where energy goes. The more energy you have for yourself, the more money you will make. Because now your focus is only on your goals. And I'm not sitting here saying that you shouldn't put your kids first. But what I am saying is you matter too. Okay? All right. Prompt number 2, write this down. So once you choose the idea you want to use, you will then put this in chat. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. I have a difficult time with consistency. No problem, Sandra, because you're going to choose something that you enjoy. Okay? Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook, thank you, Kit, that helps people solve this problem. If you got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, ladies, closed mouths do not get fed. The key word of this live is execution. How can we execute if we don't even know what we're doing? Because if I know anything about you, you're human. And when life and stresses, you're gonna forget, like you always do. So please do yourself a favor and take notes. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. Let me know you got that. Thank you. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. Thank you, Call. Thank you, Sandy. Let's go, let's go. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can, but you're full of excuses and you're living in fear. God would not give you an idea that he didn't think you could do. Let's get real. Let's get real. Thank you, lady. Very good. You're going to hit enter. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. You're going to hit enter. This is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business because chat literally wrote the ebook for you. Now all you have to do is copy and paste. That's it. I can't make this up. You will copy what chat gave you and you will paste it into Canva. So you're going to open up Canva. In the search, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's gonna give you thousands of templates. Pick your most favorite one, and they're all 1000% customizable. You can change the colors, the fonts, the pictures, all of the things, okay? You will copy and paste. Now write this word down. This says KISS, K-I-S-S. This is an acronym. It stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple, silly. Ladies, stop overthinking. Overthinking was the downfall for you in 2025. And 2026, we're taking a new path. We're not gonna overthink our life away. Just make sure it is clean, simple, legible. That's it. That is it. No more overthinking. That's gotta go. It's driving you crazy. When you are done copying and pasting, you will download it as a PDF file. PDF. That's you. Listen, it used to be me too. I know, but we're gonna let that go. You're gonna download it as a PDF. Once you are done downloading it, once you are done downloading it, you will upload it to your hosting site. Write these down. Y'all better be taking notes. Stan Store. I am an empty nester of 5 and you could make an ebook teaching talking about your journey of being an empty nester. The things that you do, how you start focusing on yourself again because now the house is empty. Finding yourself after 18 years of parenting. You're here, you are in your prime days. That's what you could talk about. That could be your content. That could be it. Let's go. Okay, you're gonna upload it to your hosting site. Write these down. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Thank you. Let's go. Yes, I'm on 2 TikToks and I'm on YouTube. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Y'all got this. These are your hosting sites. You only need one, and these are some of the most popular ones. Yes, there are more out there, okay? There's a lot more out there, but these are some of the most popular ones. If y'all got all of that so far, please put got that in the chat before we move forward. Listen, we're executing in 2026. We're not talking about it, we're gonna be about it, okay? We're not gonna talk about it, we're going to be about it. And you're gonna start it today. We're going to embody the version of ourselves that we want to be. We don't wait till it happens. No, we start now. And this is key. For those of y'all, I lost 100 pounds. Let me tell you this. I had tried multiple diets before. They all failed. But it wasn't until I started embodying, thank you, Casey, who I wanted to be. Okay, so at 340 pounds, I still made sure I had on cute working out sets. I went to Fabletics and I got me some cute sets to go to the gym so I could feel good. I started acting like a healthy person. And then guess what happened? I became one. We are going to embody who we want to be. Confidence is who you think you are. Confidence is who you think you are. So we're going to start thinking that we're somebody so we can start acting like somebody so we can actually get to what we want to do. Okay? All right. I am confident in my abilities. I am confident in my abilities. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Okay, so we got our hosting sites, Standstore, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Everybody got that? Cool, cool. Now, let me tell you this. The beauty of having a coach, good morning, and having a mentor is that they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences. Okay. Ladies, I have been doing this for 6 years, full time, started during COVID. Made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. But just because I made a lot of money, I would be sitting here lying to you if I did not tell you I also made a lot of mistakes, a lot. Let me tell you the biggest mistake I made. Not being financially literate. Ladies, we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Our finances, or lack thereof. Thank you, Lisa. If you're anything like how I used to be, you ain't got no budget. You don't know how much comes in. You don't know what goes out because you're running from your finances. You running from them. The version of you who's running her business, who's confident, who loves herself, who follows through with what she says, who's living in her purpose, she also has a handle on her finances. We're not going to keep this broke mentality moving forward. No. We're building wealth. And we're gonna start acting like wealthy people. And wealthy people are financially literate. And in 2026, so will you. Gone are the days of no budget. I want you to calculate what is coming in and what is going out. And I need you to make sure you stay on budget. Because if you do not, it does not matter how much money you make, you will continue to live paycheck to paycheck because you are not financially literate. How the hell do I know that? Because I lived it. I thought the reason why I was paycheck to paycheck when I had my 9 to 5 was because I wasn't making enough money. But I carried those same horrible money spending habits into my business. Making $20,000 and $30,000 a month and broke as hell. How is that even possible? Because I never put myself on a budget. I didn't know how much was coming in versus how much I was spending. Whatever I wanted, I bought it. I had to fix it. I had to get some discipline. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this now is these hosting sites have fees. Ladies, you're walking into business ownership, entrepreneurship, content creatorship. I don't care. There's gonna be fees. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you no tales. I'm not gonna tell you no tales. There are fees. And don't sit here and say you can't afford the fees because that's not true. That is not true because you're at Chipotle every day spending $25 on a bowl. You are getting your nails done every 2 weeks. You are getting the lashes and the makeup. You are getting the sew-ins and the lace fronts. Don't sit up in here and tell no tales. We're just gonna be smarter with our money. Okay? These hosting sites have fees as well. Now, I use Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is very expensive. Stan is $99 a month. If you're brand new, you just getting started, the Stan Store is not for you. Stan Store is not for you, okay? If you are brand new to all of this, I want you to use Gumroad. Why? Because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale, okay? So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. So that's a great place to start. Now, what I know about you is this. You're gonna make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes. Because you're asking questions. And most importantly, you're gonna execute, meaning you're gonna do what we're talking about. So when you do start making money, then come to Stan. Because Stan has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me let you know what's going on in this world today. People today love buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later is taking over. There are people using buy now, pay later more than they're using credit cards. And no, it's not just for poor people. People making 6 figures are also using buy now, pay later options, okay? So if you have a buy now, pay later on your site, you will make more. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And that's Afterpay. They got Klarna, Sezzle, Affirm, QuadPay, PayPal, got something like that. There's so many. But you will start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad. You will start building your business, getting your traffic, getting your sales, and then you will bring everything to Stand Store later. Okay? Okay. So what we just did, good morning, was we took Canva, we took chat, we put it together, and we made the ebook. And now we have to sell it. We're gonna talk about sales, but I need to make something very clear. Sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. So we gotta get this right if we want a business. You don't have a choice. But before we even get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear to you. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook, ladies, that should not take you longer than 2 hours. It shouldn't take longer than 2. Honestly, it really shouldn't take longer than 1, but I'm gonna give you grace and I'm gonna give you 2. And I don't care how old you are. I don't give a damn. On this live, age ain't nothing but a number. That's not an excuse over here. What you're not gonna do is try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy some words that chat wrote for you and paste it into Canva. No, it does not. No, it doesn't. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours, ladies, we have a serious problem. One problem that you might be experiencing, I used to be guilty of this too. You're a perfectionist, right? So that means everything about you just has to be perfect. You're the woman who's gonna sit on a brilliant idea for 6 months because she has to overthink and overanalyze and second guess her brilliance. Then when you do decide to get started, you're gonna stop, start, take things out, put things back, overanalyze, have OCD, try to be perfect, get frustrated and irritated and give up on it completely. Then you're gonna let 3 more months go by doing absolutely nothing. You know the time that you're wasting, you don't get back, right? We're clear on that? Okay, but you're still gonna waste more time. Even though you don't get it back, it makes sense to you to waste more time. And then when you do decide to get started yet again, this time you're gonna go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the crazy thing is, the people that you're asking, they don't even have a business. And these aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, their opinion means so much to you. And then when they give you their opinion, you listen, you care. Next thing you know, an entire year has gone by and you ain't did shit but waste time that you never get back. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Listen, this is a judgment-free zone. We listen, we don't judge. Been there. I've done that. I know exactly how that feels. Let me talk to my perfectionist, OCD, overthinking queens. Ladies, Roxy said that was a word because it's the truth. Ladies, I'm going to hold your hand very tightly when I say this to you. Ma'am, you are not perfect. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're flawed. That's okay, because I'm not perfect either. I am flawed as hell. We are all perfectly imperfect. What you really are is scary. You're living in fear. And what do we say? On this live, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You are running away from the brilliant ideas God gave you because you're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of people laughing at you. You're so fearful of failure. And all of this fear that you have keeps you trapped because you're not getting nothing done. The business still isn't businessing. The content is still not being created. The sales aren't salesing. The confidence is -50. The self-respect, I don't know where that is. No discipline whatsoever. Nothing's getting done at all. Because you continue to allow fear to steal your life. But if you want to dig even deeper into that, the reason why we do all of this is because we're self-sabotaging. The OCD, the overthinking, the perfectionism, the excuses, the procrastination, all of that is self-sabotage. You're the problem. It's not your spouse. It's not your environment, ma'am. It is you. This is self-sabotage, it's self-inflicted. You are doing this to yourself. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because we're trying to protect ourselves from feeling disappointed. That's what this is. Your ego is so fragile. You cannot handle the thought of being disappointed in yourself. That feeling of disappointment. If you try something new, if you try something different, if you try something that everybody is telling you that you can't do, if you try and it fails and you feel disappointed, oh God, no. So you try to protect yourself from that feeling of disappointment by making excuses, trying to be perfect. I'm trying to help you fix it, okay? 2026 is the year of alignment. You said you wanted a business. You said you wanted to follow through with the promises you made to yourself. You said you wanted a new life. That's what you said. And I'm trying to help you fix it. But every single day that we keep giving up on ourselves, every single day you drag yourself to a job that you hate, every single day you give up on the business that will make you thousands, we don't. We never do it. We continue to make all these excuses. But how can we fix the problems in our life if we don't launch? You're going to have to launch the product, ladies. You don't have a choice, because every single day that you keep living the life that you're not happy with, you are still disappointing yourself. You're still living in disappointment. There are things that you're still not happy with. I'm trying to help you fix it, but we cannot fix it if we don't launch. How can we build our business and have customers buy our products if there's nothing for them to buy? We can't. We have to launch. How can we continuously give up on ourselves? That's not going to build confidence. So we're going to have to change that. We're going to have to launch. You are going to have to launch. And I need you to understand and understand that your business will get better along the way. Everything in your life that you do consistently always gets better. You didn't always know how to walk, but you did it consistently. Now you walk just fine. You didn't know how to read and write. Now you do it just fine because you had to do it consistently. Why would your business be any different? Why would the content be any different? The more you're consistent, the better it will get. As you get consistent, as you get better, you can change things in your product later on down the line. But you're going to work with what you have. All of your favorite businesses launched. They never waited to be perfect. And you still spend money on them today. Look at Netflix. Ladies, Netflix did not always have a fancy app. They were not doing pay-per-view specials. They damn sure weren't doing collaborations with Tyler Perry. They didn't have their own original movies and series, and they weren't doing comedy specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. Years ago, before COVID, you had to go on their website, Netflix.com. You had to make a list of the movies that you wanted to see. Yes, exactly. You had to make a list. And then the movies on the list, those were not their original movies. These were movies that were once in theaters. They would mail you a DVD. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And when you were ready for the next movie, you had to mail that one back. They didn't wait for all the money. As they continued their business, their ideas got better. Their product got better. And now they're who you are. They are who you know them to be today. Now they got productions, winning Oscars. If they had to start with what they had, why don't you? And this is $1 billion company we're talking about. Billion. So I don't know why you think you're above Netflix, but we're going to bring that on in. You're going to launch what you have, and your product will get better along the way. No ifs, ands, or buts. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. Listen, I know I'm not the coach for everybody because I'm about to tell you about yourself. But the truth will set you free. Thank you, Shelly. When you get off work, you could work on the business, reaching your goals, building your confidence, keeping the promises that you make to yourself. but you choose not to. No, you would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their drama. When you do have time off from work, like the weekend, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, building your confidence, keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you'd rather not. You would rather sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours, getting nothing done. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you make to yourself, building your dream life, but you'd rather not. You would rather scroll on social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sending them back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why we have all of these distractions is because we're trying to escape. Yep, all of this is escapism at its finest. And the reason why you try to escape is because there's things about your life that you're not 1000% happy with. And instead of you just being a grown woman and fixing it, you would rather run from it. But let's take a new path, because that path gets us nowhere, but more frustrated and more irritated and more depressed and more broke. Instead of trying to escape a life that we're not 1000% happy with, what if we just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from? I like that idea. Okay, cool. So this is what you're gonna do today, not tomorrow, not Monday. No, you said 2026. It's 2026, so you're gonna do this today. You're gonna turn the TV off. Put the phone on do not disturb. Tell your little friends you will talk to them later. You're building your dream life. You are going to sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're gonna sit down at home. You're gonna start the ebook and you're gonna finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week, because we all know you're not coming back because you never do. You're gonna start and you're gonna finish. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of these instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat, because respectfully, ain't even no point in talking about sales if you ain't got nothing to sell. Ain't even no point. Thank you, Shelly. So let's go ahead and put clear in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We just built our ebook and now we're going to sell it. We are going to sell it. I'm going to say this again and a million more times. The key word of this live is execution, ladies. Writing the stuff down, that's cute and all, but the real thing is we got to execute. If you really want the goal, the results that you want, you have to do the work. We got to get out of fantasy land. You got to have to get out. Because it doesn't exist. Don't you really want that paycheck in 2 weeks? Right. So you execute the job. Now, I told y'all earlier, sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. So we got to get this right, or there ain't going to be no business. And I'm not going to tell you no tales. The truth is, most people fail at sales. Most people fail at sales. But not for the reasons that you think, because some of y'all about to run away. Oh, because it's so hard. No, calm down. It's not hard. Sales is actually easy. Easy as hell. But people's mindsets and the things that they think about sales is what makes sales so hard for them. We're gonna have to fix our mindset in regards to sales if you actually want to sell something. See, some of y'all think that sales is hard because you say things like, well, Coach Jazz, I'm not a salesperson. What if I talk about my product too much and people unfollow me? What if people think I'm begging them for money? What if I'm being annoying? Okay. Let's fix our mindset about sales so we can learn how to sell. First things first. Number one, selling is not begging. Selling is solving. People have a problem and you have a solution. You are not begging anyone for anything. So whoever told you that, just stop talking to them. They're not getting you anywhere. Number two, you don't have a choice but to talk about your product consistently, because people will forget. Ladies, people live their own lives. Life is life, and stress is stressing for everybody. They're not going to remember. Doesn't matter how many people watch the video. You have to consistently remind them that you exist if you even want them to remember you. People are being fed content from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed every single day. They're not checking for you. You have to remind them consistently. Why do you think I keep telling y'all to take notes? I done told y'all about 50 times so far in the past 50 minutes to take notes and write it down. Why? Because I already know you're human, and I already know you're gonna forget. Why do you think I keep telling you the key word of this live is execution? I done said that word at least 15 times so far. Why do I keep repeating myself? Because if I don't repeat myself, you're not going to remember. You're gonna forget to execute. You have to consistently remind people that you exist. You don't have a choice. They will forget. Look at Amazon. We all know who Amazon is. We all got the memo. And even though we all know who Amazon is, and most of us are Prime members, they still remind you all day, every day, that they exist. How? Those Amazon trucks that you see on the road every day, all day. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing that blue truck. They could have left the trucks white. They didn't have to put their name, their logo on it. They didn't have to do any of that, but they did. Why? So that every single time you see that Amazon truck, your brain thinks Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes on the doorstep. They didn't have to put their logo on them cardboard boxes. They could have left them blank, but they chose not to. Why? So that every time you see one of those packages, your brain thinks Amazon. You think they're worried about being annoying? No. No. Why? Because they have a solution to your problem. You want convenience and you're lazy, and they got you covered. They know you're not going anywhere. They know you're going to keep paying for that monthly subscription so you can get that 2-day, 1-day, and same-day shipping. It's still turned on, right? Oh, okay. So if Amazon does that, why do you think you don't have to? Oh, okay. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I've been on the internet for 6 years. You might have found me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads. I'm all over the place. How is it that I'm able to show up consistently, telling people about Glow Up Academy and not worrying about people thinking I'm being annoying? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. That's how. People want to learn how to become confident. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to build their online business, follow through, stop worrying about what people think. I teach them that inside of Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to monetize their platform and get paid for views. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. Do you think I'm worried about being annoying? No, I don't care. If people unfollow me, I don't give a damn. They'll come back when they're ready. They weren't ready to glow up, and that's fine. And because I have that energy with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services. They sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, ladies, you are going to have the same energy. No ifs, ands, or buts. You are either going to sink or you're going to swim. The choice is yours. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Good morning. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz. It is 2026, the year of alignment. You said this was your year. That's what you said in 2025. So let's actually get it done. Let's do the things that we said we're going to do. Ladies, you have to keep the promises that you make to yourself. Stop negotiating with the plan. If you said you were going to post content, post the content. If you said you were going to work on your ebook, work on it. Stop bailing out on yourself. That's a you problem. You do this all the time. Stop. And I want to address the elephant in the room. A lot of you guys desire business so badly. You have so many goals, but you're so afraid of failure. And that word failure has you in a chokehold. But the problem is, a lot of y'all don't even know what the word failure even means. You're confused. So I'm gonna go ahead and unconfuse you. See, some of y'all think failure is you launch your first YouTube video, and if you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 10 minutes, then you failed. Some of y'all really believe that if you post your first TikTok reel and it doesn't get 10,000 views in 5 hours, then you failed. Some of y'all really think that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. But ladies, that's not failure. Failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel, when you say, you know what, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore, I give up. Well, then that is when you have officially failed. But if every single day you just commit to getting a little bit better, I'm not even asking you for a lot. Just do something today that you didn't do yesterday. Every day commit to getting a little bit better every single day. That's not failure because you're still trying. You're still giving it what you have. You're still committed. You're still showing up. Maybe yesterday you made excuses. How about today you don't make any? Maybe today you hit snooze on the alarm. How about tomorrow you just get up when it goes off? Maybe yesterday you didn't get 8 hours of sleep. How about you prioritize 8 hours of sleep today? Maybe yesterday you didn't move your body at all. Fine. Today take 5K steps, 10K steps. Just do something. I need you to just keep showing up because eventually you will get the results that you want. See, the problem is you have put a timeline on when you feel entitled to the results. Let's talk about that. See, in your mind, you believe that you should be a millionaire by tomorrow. And if it doesn't happen, then you failed. But who gave you that timeline? That's some crap you made up. But if you just keep showing up, eventually you always get the results. It's inevitable because you keep trying. I lost 100 pounds. For my ladies on this live who have lost weight, answer this question. If you consistently eat less food and consistently move your body, don't you eventually lose the weight you wanted to lose? Yeah. If you consistently pay off your credit cards and you consistently pay your bills on time, don't you eventually get good credit? Yes. So why would this be any different? If you consistently post your content and consistently keep going, won't you eventually get the results you want? Yes. The answer is yes. But because you feel entitled to the results on this timeline that you set, if it doesn't happen, then you failed. Get rid of the timeline. Because it's just made up crap. It's not even logical. Just keep going. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And eventually, you will get the results that you want. Okay? Good. Now that we got that out of our system, let's talk about sales. Sales tip number 1, write this down because we're going to execute. Content is king and distribution is queen. Okay, let's break this down. Content is king, distribution is queen. Let's start with the content is king part, the first part. We're going to get the word out about our products and services through the content. So through our reels, our pictures, stories, for those of y'all who go live, streaming, that's all content. That's how we're going to get the word out about our products and services and how we can help them. It's king. That's the only way people are going to know is through content. So it's mandatory. I need you guys to be posting content consistently. And what do we say consistent means? More often than not. So if there's 7 days in a week, consistent is 4 out of the 7. But before you freak out, we also said we're working on getting a little bit better every single day. That is the ultimate goal. So maybe you're not posting any content today. Fine. Let's work our way to it. We're going to crawl before we walk. Always. So if you're not posting anything, maybe you're camera shy, let's start with getting in front of the camera and recording ourselves for 30 seconds at a time, multiple times a day. This isn't stuff to post. This is stuff to get you comfortable with being in front of the camera. Once you get comfortable with that, let's strive to post one TikTok video that's under 20 seconds. Just one under 20 seconds. You get that down, okay? Let's do that every week. Once you get comfortable with that, we're gonna up it. Let's do twice a week, then 3 times, then 4 times. Next thing you know, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. We're always just gonna commit to getting a little bit better every single day. That's all you gotta do. And eventually you'll get there. The distribution is queen part. Not only will you be posting consistently, I also need you guys to be building at least 3 platforms, bare minimum of 3. Why 3? Because 1 is too close to none, that's why. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You'd be freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket, ladies, and the US decides to ban it like they were trying to do this time last year, what would you do? You'd be sitting there freaking out. Like all the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. I always teach my students, we have to stay proactive so we never have to be reactive. In other words, we got to stay ready. And no, it's not hard to build 3. Get that out your head. The same exact video that you put on TikTok, same exact one. You'll throw it on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you want to be. It takes an extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. It is not hard. Thank you, Big New. It is not hard, okay? Now, which platform should you grow? Well, that's 1000% up to you. You have a lot of options. I always suggest starting with the platform you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start TikTok. Obviously you like this app so much because you're always on it. And then just choose 2 more. Same with YouTube. YouTubers, if you're always on YouTube, start a YouTube, okay? But let me give you some words of wisdom in case you didn't know. YouTube, thank you, Patricia, is the most watched platform. YouTube, not TikTok. Some of y'all think it's TikTok. No. It is YouTube. There are more people watching YouTube than cable TV now. So, I always urge and encourage my students to make YouTube one of the 3 platforms that they grow. I'm always going to suggest that because that's where everybody is. So it would make sense for you to be there too. Now, before we get into sales tip number 2, let me talk to the woman on here who's second guessing her greatness. You have a lot of really good ideas, but you're sitting here right now doubting your ability to get any of this done. You're saying, Jazz, I would love an online business. That's my dream, but honestly, just this just sounds hard. You're telling me to make an ebook. You're telling me to post consistently. You're telling me to make a YouTube channel. You're telling me to stick to the promises I made to myself. Girl, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Well, before you run away from your brilliant ideas, like you always do, and let fear take over, just listen. One thing is this. I can't convince you of anything, and I'm not going to try. So if you want to believe that posting content consistently is hard, I'm going to let you think that. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. If you want to believe that copying some words that chat wrote for you and pasting it into a Canva template is hard, I'm going to let you think that. And if you want to believe that it is really hard to stick to the promises that you make to yourself to build your confidence and self-respect, then fine, I'm going to let you think that. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. So if you want to call all of this hard, fine, you're right, it's hard. Now what? Because let me tell you this. The life that you're currently living is hard. Waking up every day, knowing that you're meant for more, meant for better, and not living it is hard. Crying all the time because you're unhappy with the direction your life is going right now is hard. Living paycheck to paycheck, robbing Patrice to pay Paula is hard. And you live like that every single day. One thing that I've noticed about women, and I used to do this too. Listen, everything I'm talking about, I used to struggle with. One thing that I notice as women that we do a lot, and we don't even realize we're doing it, is we never give ourselves credit where credit is due. When was the last time you told yourself you were proud of yourself? That's the problem, because half of y'all don't even know. There were things that took place in your life, because nobody's life is perfect. We all got problems. There were things that happened in your life, and in those moments, you didn't think you would overcome it. You were living your darkest days, begging God to help you get out. And he did, because you're still here. You got through all of that. And then you're doubting your ability to do this. That's fear. That's fear. And you let fear steal your dream life from you year after year. And I'm guilty of this. I remember when I lost my grandma, I didn't think I would make it out. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do without her? She was my whole world. And here I am today, 10 years later, still pushing, still living without her. You never give yourself credit. You never think about all the things that you already have accomplished, that you've already gotten through. And then you're doubting your ability to do this. Really, ladies? Really? That's what I'm talking about. It's lack of confidence. Confidence is -50 right now. And that's the freaking problem. Look at everything that you've accomplished. Look at all things. There's so many people who could not even walk a mile in your shoes. Some of y'all are damn near Superwoman. But you're doubting your ability to record a 20-second TikTok video and post it? Really? Really? You're doubting your ability to copy some words and paste it? Really, ladies? That's the freaking problem. That right there. That fear that has you in a chokehold, that is stealing your dream life from you. That's the freaking problem. And I don't have to convince you of this. You can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you. And they are still showing up, trying to build their dream life. There are women on these apps with more kids than you, no help. And you still see them posting. You still see them trying. There are people on these apps who are sick, like they have cancer, sickle cell. They freaking live in a hospital because they're always sick. And they're still posting. They're still trying to build their dreams. There are people on these apps who have lost everything. They've lost their job. They've lost their house. They lost their car. And despite the whole world on their shoulders right now, they're still showing up. Just trying to build their dream life. Now let's be real. Some of y'all ain't got half them problems. Some of y'all do, and I'm gonna give you grace. But some of y'all don't. No, life might be life and we all got problems, but for the most part, you are sitting pretty. You are fairly blessed. That's the problem. That fear that you refuse to let go of. That fear that continues to steal your dream life from you. That fear right there. And look, my online business changed my whole life, ladies. I can't make this up. I've been doing this full time for 6 years. I have made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, a laptop, and some freaking Wi-Fi. I now have peace. I sleep peacefully at night. I'm not stressing about bills. I have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose now. I get to wake up every single day doing what I love to do. I have confidence now. But before all of this, before COVID, before 2020, I lived a very different life. I used to be miserable. I used to be depressed. I was 100 pounds overweight. And I hated my life. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us. I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college. They said, get a 4-year degree. You're gonna graduate. You're gonna get a good job with benefits and stability. You're gonna be able to live an American dream, buy a house, get a white picket fence, a dog, get married, have kids, take several trips a year. Then when you're about 70 something, you'll be too old, but you'll be able to save all of this money for retirement. So when those days come, you can live out the rest of your life just as happy as can be. I said, okay, let's do it. Let's go. So I went off to college. My mom told me to go. All of my friends were going. I said, let's go. Went and got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated. Got my first full-time job at 23. I was so excited, you guys. You would have thought I won the lottery when they called and offered me my position. Full-time with benefits, and they're about to be paying me $60,000 a year. Okay, that was a lot of money for me because I was 23 years old. I didn't have any kids. I had never made that much before. I thought I was about to be rich. That's what I thought. So I was moving out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules. I was going to be a grown woman and do grown woman things. So I went out and got my own apartment. But I didn't stop there. I told you guys I had really bad spending habits. We listen, we don't judge. Okay, I did what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car, okay, and it was paid off, title in hand. It got me from point A to point B, C, D, E, F, and G. But it was old. No push start, no leather seats, okay, no tablet on the dash. I had to upgrade to match my new life. So that's what I did. Got me a brand new Dodge Charger. Cost me $450 a month. And we all know with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. So by the time I pay all my bills for the month, I'm broke. Broke as hell. Paycheck to paycheck. I couldn't even put extra into 401k. I didn't have any money. There's no money to put into 401k. So my retirement plans, don't know. Don't know. But I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I was young, okay? So I thought it was all fun and games. I didn't think the government was serious about getting their money back for them student loans because everybody has student loans, right? I thought that was the American way. No, the government is serious and they want their money back. They'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They won't call, they won't send letters. They want you to focus on getting a job. But best believe when that 6-month mark hits, guess what? They're sending a letter to the house because they're gonna tell you how much you can afford. So they ask for your tax returns. And when they saw on paper that I made $60,000 a year, I don't have any dependents, no kids, they said I should be able to pay $400 a month. I was like, $400? What? Student loans? What? Yes, that's the price. And it's not up for negotiation. That's the price. I'm like, they didn't tell me that in high school. They don't care. They want their money back. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments off of some freaking student loans. My credit was shot. 520. So my American dreams of that big old house, I ain't gonna get that with no 520. Maybe a 580, but not a 520. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit. I have one last problem. I hated my job. See, college didn't prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Okay, I didn't have any idea. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I grew up very sheltered. Okay, I was very naive in my early 20s. Okay, I just took everything for face value. In the interview, my supervisor told me that everybody was just one big old happy work family and they all just got along, they all loved each other and cared about each other. So I went into the job thinking that. I didn't realize that people in corporate America are fake as hell. I had no clue. They'll smile in your face. They'll sit down with you in the break room and they'll kiki and caca with you and they'll make you feel like they like you, but they don't like you. They'll even invite you out to happy hour. They'll invite you to their house off the clock, but they don't like you. They'll even invite you to their weddings and their baby showers, but they don't like you. They'll do the Thanksgiving potlucks in the break room and the Christmas Secret Santa crap, and they'll even all come together for your birthday and give you a gift, but they don't like you. And best believe anytime they're ready to be promoted or they just don't want to deal with you anymore, everything that you said in confidence is now in your manager's email. I was on the most hated list because I had no clue. I was miserable. And just so you know, I worked with all women. I was the youngest one there. The next youngest person was 31. I was 23. And she told me we were like sisters. I was like the sister she never had. And I believed her. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get out. I couldn't even get an interview. Nobody was calling me back. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit, and I'm miserable as hell at my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. Ladies, if you have never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself blessed. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But let me give you some context. See, trap feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. That's how it feels. You can try to pray to God and just really make him help you get out of your situation, but it feels like he's ignoring you because it feels like he's not listening because it feels like he's not fixing it. You can try to get a part-time job or work some overtime and get some extra spending money and catch up on all these bills that you can't afford to pay. But just when you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, you got a couple $100 left, something always comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got a boot on your tire because you have too many parking tickets that you can't afford to pay. It's always something. And your life really begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. That's trapped. I used to pull up at that job and cry every day before I even got out the car. I started bringing my job home with me. You ever did that before? So you're off the clock. You're at home. You should be at peace, but you're not because these people have consumed your mind. Now you're replaying all the conversations that happened at the job. You're telling your spouse about it all night. You can't escape. I started crying every day. I was miserable. I couldn't even sleep anymore. That's how stressed out I was about bills. And to cope with all this depression, I started to have anxiety. Look, I had a pretty decent childhood. I didn't have anxiety problems. Now I got anxiety. I got butterflies in my stomach that I can't seem to get to go away. And to cope with all the depression and the misery and the anxiety, I started drinking. I didn't know how else to cope. First, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves, but it quickly spiraled out of control. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm telling you guys this is because if any of my story is resonating with you, you are already doing something hard. Going to a job every day that drains you is hard. Crying all of the time because you are so unhappy with the direction your life is going in right now is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. And you live like that every day. See, the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests, okay? My life felt like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, sleep, drink, repeat, week after week, month after month, year after year. That's depressing ass shit. Who wouldn't be depressed? But now I have purpose. I get to wake up every single day doing what I love to do. And that's the beauty of online business, is you can literally monetize anything your heart desires. Your idea is not stupid. Your idea is not far-fetched. You see creators online all the time, making millions, doing the darndest things. How many times have you scrolled on your For You page and thought to yourself, how are they even getting paid for this? But they are. They are. So that just goes to show you, you can do anything. There's no such thing as a stupid idea. I want to say one more thing before I move forward, because I need to make sure this really sticks. I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more, like how I did, you realize you spend more time at work with people you don't even like than you do with your family who loves you. Yes, you do. See, I literally worked 9 to 5. So what should have only been a 20-minute drive is an hour because I'm stuck in traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, plus 8 hours at work, plus you get an hour lunch. 11 hours out of my day gone. By the time I do get home, I am tired, exhausted, drained, defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse and your kids before you have to put everyone to bed, just to repeat the cycle again the next day. Just to look forward to the weekend. And respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because they still got 8 hours out you because you still had to work on Friday. Saturday is the only day you get to do what you love. Sunday, not so much. Why? Because you have to prepare for the work week. Remember? So you got to cook, you got to clean, you got to go to the grocery store, you got to do laundry, and you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that is not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this, The God who made me, he loves me. And if he loves me so much, why would he put me on this earth to be crying and miserable and hating my life every day? Why would he make me for that? If he loved me so much, why would he want me to feel stressed? He didn't. He doesn't. That's not why he made me. He made me for a very special reason. And he allowed me the opportunity to find it and monetize it. And now I get to live my purpose every single day. He made you for a very special reason too. Ladies, your life is worth more than bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make somebody else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet at home. Your life is more than that. He created you for a very special reason, but you're not utilizing it. You're not, because you still live in fear. Everybody wants to say they walk with God until it's time to walk. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, I don't know, it might not work. I told you, if God even planted the seed in your head, that's because you can. Why in the world would he put an idea in your head that you couldn't do? People always talk about listening to God. You don't listen to God because he gave you thousands of ideas last year that you didn't even use. Didn't use not one of them. Not one. There is something special about you. But the problem is, a lot of times life just has a tendency of lifing. And somewhere on your journey of life, you lost your light. It's gone. It's dark. Maybe it was a toxic relationship. Maybe it was a toxic family member, a toxic friend, a toxic job. Something happened. And then here you are today, thinking that there is nothing special about you at all. But there is. Ladies, nobody on the internet is any more different than you. I am no different than you. My members inside Glow Up Academy are no different than you. All of the other creators are no different than you. The only difference is we decided to try. That is it. I can't make this up. You gotta let go of the fear because you see for yourself, it keeps you trapped. Nothing is progressing the way you want. The business is still not businessing. The content, there's no content. Sales are not salesing. Confidence is -50. Self-respect out the door. What is the problem? The fear that you refuse to let go of. That's the problem. The confidence that you refuse to build because you won't keep the promises that you made yourself. You'll keep the promises for everybody else. You always show up for everybody else. People trust you, but you don't trust yourself because you never show up for you. 2026 is the year of alignment. We're going to have to fix it because you can do anything you put your mind to, but you're going to have to let go of the fear. You got to let it go so that you can finally build your dream life. The version of you that's confident. She's showing up, building her business. She loves herself. That's who you want to be. She's already within you, but she's buried under all those excuses. All of the fear, all the limiting beliefs. We gotta let it go because you can do this. Okay? All right, good. Now that we got that out of our system, sales tip number 2. Y'all better be taking notes. Listen, we gotta execute. That's the key word of this live. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We're building our online business, and most importantly, we're building ourselves. Our confidence, our follow through, our boundaries, our self-respect, okay? Our priorities. Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. Okay, so we ain't gotta be perfect. We just gotta keep on doing it, all right? Sales tip number 2, write this down. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Good morning. So if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. If they don't trust you, they're not gonna buy. So how do we get people to like us? How do we get people to like us? Okay, ladies, I need you in your content to be relatable and to be authentic. That's how we're gonna build our community, through our content. So through our videos, our pictures, our lives, that's how we're building our community, okay? And it's the community that we build who's gonna buy our digital products. But we can't build a community if we're not relatable and if we're not authentic. See, a lot of you guys are doing yourself a disservice because you're trying to be perfect, failing to realize that that's not relatable because nobody's perfect. How can people connect and resonate with your message, whatever it is that you're selling, if they can't relate to you because you're trying to be perfect and they're not perfect? There's gonna be a disconnect. So I need you to be yourself. I need you to be yourself, be relatable and be authentic. And for those of you guys who are struggling to be yourself, because I used to struggle with this too, the reason why you're struggling to be yourself is because you don't even know who you are. And the reason you don't know who you are is because you're always trying to be what other people want you to be. Oh. You spend so much time trying to people please and mold yourself into somebody that you think other people will like. And so now here we are trying to build our content, create our content, build our audience, and we don't know how to do that because we don't know who we are. Yeah, I used to struggle with that too. So if that's your struggle, I need you to start spending more time by yourself. You spend too much time with other people. Too much time. That's how you're going to learn who you are and what you like. And now you can be yourself in your content. Now, before you let fear take over and say, well, Jazz, what if no one likes me? That's impossible. There's 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you, okay? Thank you. And I used to be fearful of that too. Ladies, there's a whole world out here. There's 8 billion people in this world from all over the place. When you post your content, it goes everywhere. And I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm just telling you this so you realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you. They will like you. You have a message for people that they really need to hear. You would be shocked at how many people you can motivate, how many people you can change their lives, all because you decided to post. Ladies, I have students inside Globe Academy from all over the world. I'm in the US. I have members in there from Canada, Australia, Jamaica, Barbados. A woman joined from France yesterday. From France? All because I decided to post. All because I decided to just be relatable, be authentic, and stop trying to be perfect. See, if I let fear take over, I wouldn't have been on this live this morning because I would have been trying to be perfect and telling myself what I can't do. I wouldn't have been able to go live this morning. And then you guys wouldn't have been able to hear this. You deprive so many people of the solutions that they need because you won't get out your head. So please stop doing that and just post the content. She said she's French. Listen, all over the world. I love it. I love it. France is on my list of places to go one day. Okay, so we said people only buy people that they like, know, and trust. Well, how do we get people to know us? Thank you, Call. How do we get people to know us? Ladies, I need us to go live. Going live is the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it is the best. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect and engage with you, and it allows you to promote your products. And yes, you can still go live and be faceless. You don't have excuses on this live. Take those excuses somewhere else. You can still go live and be faceless, okay? I need you to go live. Now, some of y'all are hard-headed, and you're gonna say, that's great, Jasmine, but I don't wanna go live. And I'm gonna say, fine. I told you, I'm not going to try to convince you of anything. If you don't want to go live, don't. But let me just remind you that you also said you didn't want to go to work. That's what you said. I promise you this. If you go live consistently and with structure, you will make more on live than you ever made at that dusty ass job. You see people on TikTok all day and all night selling. They're selling. The internet never sleeps. I don't care what time you go live, just go live. You see people at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2, 3, 4, 5, all hours of the night, just selling. I can't make this up. Now, some of y'all are like, well, Jazz, I would go live. I'm not against it. I'm just a little live shy. Okay, fair enough. For those of you guys who are live shy, listen, the only reason why you're live shy is because you just don't have enough experience doing it. Maybe you went live once 6 months ago, but you haven't done it since. You don't have enough experience, okay? It has nothing to do with you sucking at life and this isn't meant for you. No, you just don't have enough experience. That's it. That is all that is. We have been on this live for 95 minutes. It's safe to say that you trust what I'm saying to be true. Because if you didn't trust what I was saying to be true, you wouldn't still be here. So I need you to go ahead and trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. Everything that you do over and over and over again, you always get better at. You did not always know how to walk once upon a time years ago. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You did not always know how to read and write. Now you read and write just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You did not always know how to drive. Now you drive just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. So just imagine if you consistently went live. Oh, can't make this up. So go live. We said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to trust us? Okay, ladies, there is a reason why I am telling you to post consistently. And no, it is not for your health. The reason why I am telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, ladies, but people work very hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. And if you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to be trustworthy, which means you're going to have to be consistent. You do not have a choice. Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, just sit this out and take your notes, write it down. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you, okay? First, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing that anyone can teach you that you don't already know. Look, I'm not going to convince you of shit. So if you want to believe that you know it all already, fine. Just know pride always comes before the fall. Now, for those of you guys who can be teachable, you're going to remove the ego and the pride. You're here to listen and you know there's always room for growth. I'm talking to you. We're going to go to our profiles and we're going to ask ourselves some questions. We have to be honest. Write this down, please. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this. Be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, You should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix it. You have the power to fix it. Ladies, that is the beauty of life. That is the beauty of business. And that is the beauty of everything that we've talked about so far on this live. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you have the power to fix it. But you choose not to. That's a choice. I'm about to tell you about yourself, okay? And I recognize that I'm not the coach for everybody. So if you're not ready for the truth, just go ahead and leave now. But the truth will set you free. We're about to get real on this live. If it's not clear as day who you are and what you do and how you can help people, fix it. Just fix it. But you choose not to, because some of y'all have already been on this live and you heard this and you still haven't fixed it. That's a choice. If you are live shy, fix it. I already told you how. You have to go live consistently. Some of y'all already know that because you've been on this live and you've heard me say it already. You choose not to. If you do lack confidence in yourself, fix it. I already told you how. Start keeping the promises that you make to yourself. You choose not to. Every time it's time for you to do the one thing that you told yourself you were going to do, you don't. You make an excuse. You talk about some tomorrow. I'm sleepy, yada, yada, yada. It's always an excuse with you. That's a choice. Ladies, you choose to keep living in the problems that you're living in. That's a choice, okay? You can fix it or you can choose not to, but the choice is always yours. See, a lot of us, and I used to be guilty of this too, we live in a trapped mindset. And we have convinced ourselves that how things are today is how it's going to always be. And you've lived in this mindset for so long that you don't even realize that you're living in it. Failing to realize you can fix anything that you're not happy with. You choose not to. And I used to live in a trapped mindset too. I really allowed myself to believe I was trapped at that 9 to 5. Remember I told you I felt trapped? I really allowed myself to believe that. Failing to realize I didn't have to stay there. That was a choice. Yeah, no full-time jobs were calling me back, but I could have got 3 part-time jobs. I could have found me a job at McDonald's, Burger King, and Chick-fil-A and just did what I had to do for a few months and figure it out. I chose not to because I got comfortable with the 9 to 5, the Monday to Friday, the weekends off, the $60K a year. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the real truth. That's the real truth. I could have been left, but I was avoiding doing the thing that would have changed my entire life, which was leave. I was never trapped there. I lived in a trapped mindset, failing to realize I could have fixed it years before I left. I chose not to. See, a lot of people believe, and I used to be guilty of this too, that you just need more information and then you can fix it. So you think that if you just watch more TikTok lives and watch more YouTube videos, you'll get more information and then magically things will just fix itself. Failing to realize you're not lacking information. No, you're not. No, you're not. Most of y'all have more information you even know what to do with. How? Because you're always on social media. That's how. You have information in your pocket all day. You're not lacking information. You're lacking implementation, meaning you don't execute, which is why I made the keyword of this live execution, because you're not doing it. You are the woman who consistently talks about what she's going to do, but you never do it. You are the woman who keeps talking about shoulda, woulda, couldas. You never do it. You're the woman who keeps complaining and venting and throwing pity parties for herself instead of just getting up and fixing it. You're the woman who keeps talking about what she'll do next year. And year after year, you still don't do it. I used to throw pity parties for myself too. Oh, I hate my job. Oh, woe is me. Why is this happening to me? Oh, me. No, no, no. Get up. Dry your eyes and fix it. Get up. Nobody's sitting here saying that life isn't hard, but you can still fix it. If you're not happy with the results that you're getting, then fix it. Just fix it. And in order to fix it, you're gonna have to change. Because there's things about you that do not align with who you want to become. See, the version of you who's running her business, she's confident in herself, she's following through with the promises that she makes, she respects herself and demands respect from others, she's already within you. She's already there. But she's just buried under the fear, the procrastination, the limiting beliefs, the excuses, the lack of boundaries, the people pleasing. But she's already within you. But until you change who you are, you will never become that version. You are going to have to change. There's things about you. You are getting in your own way. It's not everybody else. It is you. This is a you versus you thing. You are going to have to change. You don't have a choice. And the crazy thing is, you think you have all this time in the world, failing to realize that you don't. We have become so entitled to time, which is crazy. But you really believe that you have next year, or you have 5 years from now. But my question for you is, who told you that? How do you know that you'll be here next week? How do you know that? How do you know you'll be here in 5 years from now? How do you know that? Who told you that? Nobody told you that. But you choose to believe it. And instead of living life to the fullest, you choose not to. You choose to distract. You choose to procrastinate. You choose to make excuses. You don't have as much time as you think. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's already 8 o'clock in the morning. Wow, it's really 5 o'clock in the evening? Wow, I cannot believe it is already 2026. Wow, I cannot believe I'm 35 years old. You do this all day. So you already see how fast time is moving. You see it for yourself. I don't have to convince you of this. And you still choose to waste time. Just wasting it. Failing to realize you never get time back. Time is your most valuable asset. It is not money. Money comes and goes. Friends come and go. But your time is on a deadline. You don't get time back. You are getting older, not younger. You are going to have to change. And you do not have as much time as you have convinced yourself that you do. One of the toughest pills that I had to swallow in my own journey, this is tough. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. Yes, it is. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. That one was tough. I told you guys I used to struggle with my finances. And I believed the reason I was paycheck to paycheck when I had my 9 to 5 was just because I didn't make enough money. And I believed that if I just made more money, then the problem would fix itself. Ladies, problems never fix themselves. They just get worse. Take it from somebody who knows. It just got worse. Because I never had the foundations in the first place. My whole life, all I saw was struggle. I grew up in a single parent household. My mom lived paycheck to paycheck. That's all I knew. I became an adult. I'm continuing to live paycheck to paycheck. Now I got a business. I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. How? Because I never put myself on a freaking budget. I never had financial literacy. I didn't have discipline. That's how. And I was going to continue to live that way until I fixed it. So all those months of me being overdrawn, making 20 and 30,000 a month and overdrawn, that was a direct reflection of the choices I made. Just buying a whole bunch of crap. Taking vacations. Just a whole bunch of crap. At the end of the month, broke. I had to change. I had to fix it, or it was going to continue, no matter how much money I made. I had to fix it. So I did. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. Now, some of you say, Jazz, no, I really don't make enough money. Fine, maybe you don't. Some of y'all think you can't get ahead because a carton of eggs is freaking 10, 12 bucks. But your finances are still a direct reflection of the choices you make. And I'm going to tell you how. Ladies, times have been hard. Food prices, rent prices have been on the rise for years. This did not happen last night. And every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. It would be generating sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok last month. You would be building your community today. And what did we say? Our community is who buys our products. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties. You choose to feel sorry for yourself. You choose to make excuses and procrastinate. You choose to do all of the things except the one thing that will change your entire life and the life of your kids and future generations. And my question for you is, how much longer do you want to keep doing what you're doing? Because I don't have to convince you. You can see it for yourself. It's not getting you anywhere. It hasn't gotten you anywhere. The business is still not businessing. The content is not contenting. Sales are none. Confidence, -50. Self-respect out the door. You let people talk to you and treat you all types of crazy. When are you going to change? When are you going to fix it? Because what we're doing is wasting time. It is 2026. This is the year of alignment. This is the year that you finally put yourself first for once. Look, I'm not perfect. Nothing about me is perfect. And the version of me that y'all see today is a reflection of all of the changes that I had to make in my own life. I'm nothing like who I used to be. These past couple years, change after change after change. Complete transformation. You know, I used to be 100 pounds overweight. Yes, I was 340 pounds. I've kept it off for 3 years. I used to make excuses. I used to be full of excuses. I had an excuse for the excuse. I used to procrastinate. Yes, I was always, my motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just do it later. And later never came. Yeah. I used to be my biggest bully. I know a lot of y'all can relate to this. I used to talk to myself all types of crazy. calling myself stupid on an hourly basis. How the hell could I be a successful entrepreneur when I keep telling myself how stupid I am every single hour? I couldn't. That had to change. Some of y'all talk to yourself absolutely ridiculous. You would never talk to a child the way you talk to yourself. And for some reason, you think that's okay. That has to change. Where is the self-respect? This is what I'm talking about. That right there. When was the last time you told yourself you're proud of yourself? When was the last time you told yourself you love yourself? When was the last time you said that? We gotta fix it. You don't have a choice. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with in my own journey was alcohol abuse. And I told you, I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit, it would have just fixed itself. It would have just got better. Ladies, things never get better. It gets worse until you fix it. That drinking problem got worse. See, at least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I had to work. Well, I quit during COVID. Now I'm home all day. Everything's shut down. I have nothing but time to drink. And I took full advantage. See, I quit my job on a whim. I didn't have any money saved up. I had just bought a house. Yep, I had bought a house. Wasn't even in the house yet for 6 months when I decided to quit. I couldn't take it anymore. I had been there for 6 years. I was done. Put in my 2-week notice, quit. And I believe God told me that that was the time. The time to quit was then, so I quit. And I had a little bit of stimulus money, okay? That was my plan. I was gonna live off of stimulus for a few months, build my online business, and then my business could just take over from there. Now, I don't have any kids, so I didn't have that much stimulus in the first place. I had about $2,000, okay? That wasn't gonna get me far, but I figured I could at least pay my mortgage, I could pay maybe the lights and kind of make some payment arrangements, and it'll all just work out. That was the plan. So now I'm at home and I'm doing all the things that you probably do. Watching the TikTok coaches, watching the YouTube videos, just try to make it all make sense. Digital products, monetizations, content. But it's not working. I'm not making no sales and nobody's watching my videos. I was convincing myself that I was doing everything that I'm supposed to do, that I'm being productive, when in fact, I was lying to myself because I was always drunk. I told you guys, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. I really lied to myself and told myself I was doing everything I can. And it's the algorithm's fault. It's not me, it's the algorithm. Because how can people watch my videos if it's not getting shown to anybody? I'm getting pissed off at God because I'm running out of money. I said, God, you told me to quit. Well, I quit. I'm running out of money. I made a payment arrangement with my lights. I'm not going to have the money in 2 weeks. They're going to cut my lights off. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, the bank said they're going to start the process of trying to foreclose on a house I haven't even been in for a whole year yet. I'm pissed. I'm stressed. I didn't want to admit to myself that I had a problem. I didn't want to say out loud, I'm an alcoholic, I'm drinking all day. I didn't want to say that. I felt embarrassed. I felt shame, guilt. I didn't want to say that. My ego couldn't handle it. So I didn't. I chose to lie to myself some more. I convinced myself that as long as I didn't drink before 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic, because in my mind, alcoholics start their day with alcohol. So if I wait till 11 a.m/noon, even though I drink all day, every day, I'm not an alcoholic because I don't start my day with alcohol. Ladies, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself. Eventually, you're going to hit a brick wall. Eventually, God is going to make you listen to him. I've been running from God. I didn't want to listen. Most of us don't. Most of us don't want to listen to God. See, I believe God is within you. So he's not at the church. He's in you. So those ideas that you get, those seeds have been planted. That's God talking to you. That gut, that intuition that you get, that's God talking to you. And a lot of times we don't really want to hear what he says. We say we do, but we really don't. Because let me ask you this. How many ideas did you have last year that you didn't even try? You didn't want to listen. How many times have you gone against your gut feeling just to find out later you were right? We never want to listen. But eventually, he gonna make you listen. I'll never forget. I was sitting on my bed crying. I'm like, I'm about to lose my house, man. I'm about to lose my house. I didn't know what to do. And God asked me, he was like, Jazz, what are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which is true. I have been. He said, the opportunity is right here. And you're wasting it. So what are we gonna do? Are you gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing, or are we gonna fix it? Are we going to change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. But since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. My platform started growing. I started making sales. All because I decided to change. I started to feel good about myself for the first time in my entire life. I started to say nice things to myself, like, I'm proud of me, I can do this. Jazz, you're amazing. I started to feel good. I started to have confidence, all because I decided to change. Ladies, what a lot of people fail to realize, and I did not know this too, in order to get something, you're gonna have to give up something. In order to get something, you have to give something up. You can't have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging God for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up limiting beliefs. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more. All because I decided to change. See, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year to replace my full-time job. But I even started negotiating with that. I said, Lord, if you can help me make $45K a year, I'll make it work. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty freaking cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subscribers. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling sorry for myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, the woman I was back then wasn't aligned with who I wanted to become. This version of me was always inside. The woman who's confident and running her business, living life on her terms, living in purpose, not tolerating bullshit from others, no longer people pleasing. She was already here inside. She was just under all of the fear and the stress and the anxiety, the depression, the excuses, the procrastination. And until I changed, I wasn't going to become this version. Until you change, you won't become the version that you want to be. You're going to have to change. Because who you are does not align with who you want to become. That's it. And God is not going to bless you until you change. You are delaying your blessing. He already has everything ready for you. He designed you with you. He designed it with you in mind. It's already ready for you. But he's waiting on you. The problem is we get free will. We get free will. So you can delay all you want. You want to drag it another 5 years? Go ahead. He'll let you. You want to take it out another 20 years? Fine. He'll let you. But he will not budge. He will not give you your blessings until you change. Until you become obedient. Because there's things about you that don't align. And yeah, maybe change is hard. Maybe you're right. Okay, fine. But the life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you're unhappy with the way your life is going right now is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Knowing that you're meant for more and not even living it is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Stressing about bills and how you're going to pay them on time is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. I've done both lives. And I will always choose this one. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with income. I'll never stop telling you this. Any idea that has ever come into your head is because you can. You can have anything you want. There's nothing out of reach for you. The only limit is the limitation you put on yourself. But in order to get whatever it is you want, you are going to have to change. You're gonna have to change. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. Now, I can't help people who don't want it, and I'm not willing to try. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, then fine. Respectfully, just keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, then don't fix it. Okay. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to fix it, you want to change, then I want to help you. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business. Whatever you want to do, it's in there. Maybe you want to sell your ebook or your e-course, maybe you want to sell a private community, fine, I'll teach you. It's all in there. Maybe you want to grow your YouTube or your Instagram, you want to get paid for views, fine, I'll teach you. It's all in there. All of my platforms are monetized. Maybe you want to do TikTok affiliate, TikTok shop, fine, I'll teach you. I do that. It's all in there. Every single thing that you want to do with your online business, I'll teach you. Everything. It is all inside Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, ladies, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. Inside Glow Up Academy, we're going to build that confidence. We're going to build the follow through. We're going to build the discipline and the accountability. We're going to build the consistency. So not only do you start something, you follow through, you finish it. You are in your own way. You are holding yourself back. We have to fix it because life does not have to be that way. The version of you who's living her dream life, this version of you has to change. So let's change it together. Let's fix it. So no matter what the goal is for you, you actually reach it. No more starting and stopping. No more limiting beliefs. No more people pleasing. No more lack of boundaries. No more not putting yourself first and prioritizing your happy. All of that's done. It is 2026. We're getting older. You did that last year. Let's take a new path. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. This time, let's move differently. Glow Up Academy is the space where you build your business, but you also build you so that you can finally become the woman who follows through. Now, before I let you inside Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time. Why? Because believe it or not, not everybody has the same path. Some people have a product but no audience. Some people have an audience but no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we gotta lock in on one. Ladies, I told y'all earlier, money flows where energy goes. And a lot of times you're spreading yourself way too thin. You got all these ideas you're trying to work on, but none of them get done because you're giving your energy to everything. So we're going to pick your most favorite idea, one, and we're going to put our energy into that and grow that. And once that one is flourishing, then we'll reach back into your pile and build another one. Maybe you have no clue as to what you want to do. Fine, that's fine. We'll figure it out together. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I had this notice for myself. Having more than 10 people at one time overwhelms me. And I want to make sure that everyone gets poured into the way that they deserve. So that's why I cap it at 10. Also, I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes because I only want to help women who want it. I can't force change upon people. Women who want it, they move. I spoke to them, they connected, they understood, they moved. That's who I want to help. So when we start the timer, don't drag your feet. Just move. Stop delaying your blessings. Just move so you can get there, okay? One last thing. Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, okay? And I typically sell it for $5.97. And people buy it. 2 women joined this morning at $5.97. One purchased at 1 a.m., one purchased at 2:30 a.m. But because you guys are here, you're present, you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you promise me that you're gonna execute, I'm gonna take the price down. And I'll leave it down for 10 minutes. But once that 10-minute timer goes off, I'm taking it back up to $5.97, okay? And because it's lifetime access, you will always have access to our weekly coaching calls. We do those every Thursday. You will always have access to our Sunday resets. We do those every Sunday. And you'll always have access to the new member activation. So you never lose access to anything, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up. So you can get in at the discount okay? But once that timer goes off, we're done, okay? All right. Because you guys listened, I'm gonna take the price down to $249, and it will stay $249 for 10 minutes. But once that timer goes off, we're back at $597. So just move, okay? All right. I'm gonna show you guys how to join, and then I'll set the timer. I'll start with TikTok. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different. TikTok, for you guys to join, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Now, this TikTok, this is my backup account, so that's why that account does not look like this one. But the links are still going to be the same, okay? Turn the light down. You're gonna click where it says Globe Lounge HQ right here in the bio. You're gonna click on this red button that says open. And then you're gonna click on the top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, it's marked down. Become the woman who actually follows through. It is $249. It'll say $249 for 10 minutes, and then we'll go back up to $597. Feel free to scroll down, read my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. Ladies, what you put in is where it's going. Okay, what you put in is where it's going. So please quadruple check that. Sometimes the autocorrect gets you and it messes up your email, all right? Once you're done, click the I agree to terms. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up. And then click the blue button that says Start My Glow Up, right here. Within 30 seconds, you should be receiving your first email from Stan. The second email will be coming from me. It says Jasmine Spencer. Because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, I have to add you in manually so you don't get any fees or anything like that, okay? So please confirm that you receive both emails before you get off of this live. If you did not get them, that is because you misspelt something and I wanna fix it right here, okay? So please confirm that you received your emails. All right, YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are a little bit different. YouTube, you have to leave the live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel. You can click on where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you'll click on this top button right here, Glow Up Academy. And then here we are, Become the Woman Who Actually Follows Through. Same thing for you, $249, scroll all the way down. Feel free to read the reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address, use Afterpay or Klarna, and then click Start My Glow Up, okay? Same thing, within 30 seconds, you should be receiving those emails. Please, ladies, do not leave my live until you confirm that you got your emails. I want to know that everybody is where they're supposed to be, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set the timer. Yes, TikTok, again, click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click this red button that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer now. Once you guys are inside, all right, timer has started. Once you guys are inside, as soon as I get off of live, I hop right inside and start speaking with you guys. I want to know more about you, so make sure you check your inbox. There's an inbox icon right here. Please check that. You guys always have access to my inbox once you're inside, okay? Please check that. I want to know what you're struggling with. What have you tried? What are your ideas? I can't help you if I don't know what's going on, okay? So please make sure that you respond to that. Now, once you guys are inside, I want you guys to go to the classroom tab while you're waiting for me to get off of live and start where it says Start Here, Welcome and Orientation Vault, okay? The very first one. Now, I have a 7-day orientation for you guys to do. Thank you, Inspired, because this is what we're doing. I already know that you can do anything you want to do. I already know that. But I need you to know that, okay? A lot of you guys don't believe it. You say it, but you don't really believe it. So we're gonna build our confidence and build proof to ourselves that not only can we start something, we can finish it. Every single day for 7 days, I have a very small, short video and a small assignment for you to do that's going to help you towards your goal of building your business. And I need you to do it, because the more that you do the things that's aligning you with where you wanna be, the more you actually get it done. Okay, so that's why I've structured it like this. We're building confidence. Confidence is the biggest part. Confidence is who you think you are. And a lot of y'all don't think you're anything. So we have to fix that. We gotta fix it, okay? So once you finish that, Once you finish that, the beauty of Glow Up Academy is, ladies, you choose your path, okay? If you're ready to start building your business, go right into the business building vault. I walk you guys through step by step, showing my screen, how to create your ebook, how to use ChatGPT, get other prompts so that you can create the products you want, how you want it to sound, all the things. I also walk you guys through how to use Canva. This is especially important for my ladies who do not know how to use Canva. Okay, 1 second, you guys. I'm about to show you guys. I'm about to send everything over. Just let me finish this real quick, and I'm gonna get to the emails. Okay. For those of y'all who do not know how to use Canva, please watch that. I walk you guys through how to customize, how to swap out colors, pictures, everything. It's very beginner friendly, so please make sure you watch that. Once you're done with that, I walk you guys through how to set up your LLC, your S Corp, your C Corp, whatever filing you want, how to create your business account, and then how to file your taxes and build business credit, okay? Now, if you don't want to start your business yet, maybe you want to work more on your mindset, that's totally fine. Go to the Mindset Motivation Vault. Okay, I walk you guys through how to let go of limiting beliefs, how to build your confidence, how to set boundaries, how to say no. These are all things that go along with us reaching our goals, okay? So make sure y'all go there. Maybe you have a product, but you're not selling yet. Go to the Marketing Mastery Vault, okay? If you want to build your Instagram Vault. If you want to build your YouTube Vault. Faceless Vault, okay? If you want to grow your TikTok Vault. Maybe you want to prioritize yourself in 2026. That's a goal of yours, but you don't do any self-care. Go to the Self-Care Vault. I walk you guys through how to start treating yourself first without feeling bad about it, okay? So Glow Up Academy is your path, all right? All right, let me start sending out the emails. Okay. I need you guys to confirm that you received them. Akili, 1 second. Okay. All right, Achille, check your inbox and confirm to me that you received the email from Jasmine Spencer. So ladies, you're gonna be getting 2 emails. One is from Stan and then the other is from Jasmine Spencer. This is what the email from Jasmine Spencer looks like. It should not go to your spam folder, but check and see if it does. Sometimes Google does that. This is the email it should look like. It says Jasmine Spencer invited you to join Glow Up Academy. That's the second email that I'm talking about. So please confirm that you received both. I am Jasmine Spencer, by the way, okay? So please confirm to me that you received both of those emails before you get off of live, all right? Okay, Crystal, check for me. And Ashley, I'm not sure which lives you guys are on. I need Crystal, Achille, and Ashley to check and confirm to me that y'all received your emails, please. Yes. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you are going to click on my profile picture up at the top twice, right up here, okay? Come to my profile, don't forget main TikTok, this is my backup. So the profile looks different, but the links are still the same, okay? Click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, click the red button that says open, and then click this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube, a little bit different. You're going to leave the live and come to my YouTube channel, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy. And then here we are, become the woman who actually follows through, okay? Okay, perfect, let me check. Yes, did you get yours? Okay, perfect, thank you, Achille. Thank you. I'm still waiting on Crystal, Amber, Scotty. Check your email for me, please. I've only seen one person confirm they received their emails. Ladies, y'all know how we roll. Y'all already know how we roll. Please don't leave. I like to know everybody's where they're supposed to be because I don't know if you misspelled your email. I don't know what your email's supposed to be. So that's why I need you to confirm. And then once you get inside, I need you to make sure you guys respond to my message. Even if you don't respond right away before you go to bed, please respond to that message because I can't know what we're fixing if I don't know what's wrong, okay? Okay, and then don't forget our new member orientations are on Tuesdays. Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Tuesdays at 2 p.m., okay? Okay, let's go, Sandy. Come on in. Come on in, ladies. If you sat here, that's because I spoke to you. Do not follow old patterns, taking notes and doing nothing with them. 2026 is the year of accountability. 2026 is the year of alignment. Because you know that once you step foot in Glow Up Academy, you're being held accountable. Oh, you just wanted to take the notes so that you can decide if and when, maybe, possibly next Monday, I might start. No. You did that all 2025. You did it all 2025, and we still didn't start. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If you were here, it's time to join. Okay? I'm still waiting on 2 ladies to confirm they received their email. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle my challenge. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle my challenge. Okay. Amen. Yes, Tuesdays are our new member orientations. Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Let's go. So for those of you guys who are just joining, make sure you guys tune into the Tuesday. This is inside Glow Up Academy, by the way, okay? This is inside Glow Up Academy because I want to meet you. I want to talk to you. We're going to hold ourselves accountable for the week. That's what the new member activation is for, okay? You're not lost once you're inside. It's impossible to get lost. You can't get lost because we all got something going on. You cannot get lost because we always got something going on, okay? All right. I take action towards my goals every day. I know I do something different for different results. Let's go, Sandy. Come on in. I take action towards my goals every day. Every day we're going to do something. What did I say? Maybe yesterday you made excuses. Today we don't. Maybe yesterday you didn't eat healthy. Today let's eat something healthy. Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today we record the video? All right, every single day we're gonna do something towards our goals. I know that I have the power to make my dreams come true. Amen to that. I know I have the power to make my dreams come true. I told you, anything that you want to do, you can do. Whatever you're not happy with, you can fix it. But it is a choice. You have to choose. Am I going to do something different today? Or am I going to keep doing what I've been doing? Happiness is also a choice. Yes, it is. So maybe you're going through something. Maybe you lost somebody. Maybe life is just tough for you right now. Okay. But I still want you to choose to get up today. I want you to choose to do something for yourself today. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to take hours. It could be 10 minutes. I want you to choose to do something today, okay? Because if we keep moping, we keep crying, we keep feeling sad, we're choosing not to do something different. I'm not sitting here saying it's not hard. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not taking that away from you. But feeling the way that you're feeling right now is also hard. So you have to decide, which hard do you prefer? The hard that keeps you stagnant, that keeps you living in the past, or the hard that moves you forward towards reaching your goals, becoming that version of yourself who actually follows through. That's what you have to choose every single day, okay? I'm gonna show you guys one more time. We got 1 more minute and we're getting off of here. TikTok, click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile. Click where it says glowuploungehq.com. Click the red button that says open, and then click on the top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube. Okay. Leave the live. Come to my channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And click this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we go. Become the woman who actually follows through. No more starting and stopping in 2026. It is marked down 2:49. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna and break that payment up and still get the discount. Once you're inside, you're in forever. I am still waiting on those last two ladies. Ladies, y'all know they might not even be on here anymore. Yeah, they bought earlier. Okay. Ladies, y'all know how we roll. Y'all know I like to know everybody's where they're supposed to be, okay? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. For those of you guys who joined, I'm hopping in now. For those of you guys who didn't, keep doing what you're doing. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Okay, that's our timer. If you sat here, that's because I spoke to you. But what I do know is this: you're human. My voice is going to fade, and you will be back into the same cycle. Don't repeat that in 2026. The time is now, okay? Thank y'all. Make sure y'all follow me if you have not already. They do steal my videos and they make fake accounts, okay? For those of y'all who joined, I'm hopping in. For those of you guys who didn't, that's fine. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'll see you when I see you, okay? Bye, TikTok number 2, and bye, TikTok number 1, and bye, YouTube.